Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very special episode of the Reece Scane Hour, or should I say, Music Through the Years, whatever you want to know it as. So this special episode is for those of us who are feeling a little bit, isolated right now. You need a bit of feel good in your life. You need a bit of upbeat music, an upbeat radio show, and I'll tell you what, over the next hour I've got some great songs, great quizzes, but first it's time to introduce my special guests. They are scoured around the country somewhere. Andy Norton, who is a regular. Good evening, Andy.
Hello there.
How are you from so far away?
Not too far from where you are, so...
In terms of laptop to microphone distance, you are exactly spot on. And also joining me, Steevo, Dr. Steevo Nuissier, wherever you are in the world. Come in, Steevo.
Hello, well, I'm busy on the field, doing some doctor stuff.
Very nice. How's it all going?
Hello!
Hello, yes, I said, how's it all going?
Well, we're doing our best here,
Excellent. I'm here in the studio. I control everything. Are we ready for our first song?
Yep.
Yes, so this comes in from a Mr. Leon Styles. Does that name ring a bell to you, Andy? Leon Styles?
Oh, yep. The Dancing Man.
The Dancing Man. It's his birthday, actually.
Happy birthday!
This weekend,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, it is.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
What song do you think it is that he's requested?
Something by Metallica.
No, it's actually Stevie Wonder. Happy birthday.
are the key to unity of all people. It's in the dream that you had so long ago that lives in all of the hearts of people. Believe in unity. We'll make the dream become a reality. I know we will. Because our hearts tell us so.
This is REM and End of the World on the Reece Scane Hour.
Lenny Bruce is not afraid. I have a hurricane, listen to yourself, churn world serves its own needs. Dummy, serve your own needs, beat it up and not speak, grunt, no strength. The ladder starts to clatter with fear, fight down, high wire in a fire, represented 7 games in a government for hire in a combat site. Left to us and coming in a hurry with the furies breathing down your neck. Team my team reporters babble Trump, tether crop, look at that, no plane, fine. Common food, but it'll do. Save yourself, serve yourself. World serves its own needs. Listen to your heart, bleed. Dummy with the rapture and the reverend and the right. Right. You patriotic, slam, fight, bright light, feeling pretty sight. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. 6 o'clock, TV hour, don't get caught in foreign towers, slash and burn, return, listen to yourself churn, lock it in, uniform and book, burning blood, letting every motive escalate, automotive incinerate, light a candle, light a motive, step down, watch it heal, crush, this means no fear, cavalier, renegade, steer clear, a tournament of lies, offer me solutions, offer me alternatives, and I decline. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. I feel fine. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. I feel fine. The other night I drifted nice, continental drifted by mountain, sit in a line, Leonard Bernstein, Leonard Brasnap, Lenny Bruce and Lester Banks, birthday party, cheesecake, jelly bean, boom, you symbiotic, patriotic, slam, button, nap, right? Right. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine.
You are listening to the Reece Scane Hour with myself, Andy Norton. Hello, Andy.
Hey, Reece.
And Dr. Steevo, how are you?
I'm great.
Great. So, you guys, tell me what radio experience that you have for those of you who don't necessarily know who you are. I'll start with you, Steevo.
What's the question?
You say this every single Friday night. Right, so what I've asked is basically what, to all the listeners that don't know what you two do on the radio, in terms of helping me out, that's the question. So I'll start with you, Steevo.
Okay, so my name is Dr. Steevo. I'm a doctor. I'm specialist in music and in arts and in anything French and Caribbean.
Very good. Do you enjoy being part of my request show on a Friday on Radio Cherwell as well?
Yes, it's a great show. I love it. It's I'm learning a lot of stuff, and it's really entertaining.
Ah, excellent. And over to you then, Andy. Me and you have a history of not just radio, but filmmaking and acting as well.
Yeah, definitely. I've known you for a good number of years through acting circles and stuff like that. So I've just started helping you out on your shows for Radio Cherwell for just coming up to a year now. So yeah.
Yes, be happy 1 year anniversary on our Mother's Day special, which is coincidentally tomorrow, as this show is going out this evening to everybody. So is there any shout-outs that you would like to give before we go into what I like to call the best part of the show? Well, one of the three best parts of the show. Is there anybody first shout-out to?
To anyone who feel isolated, we're here with you.
Yes, good. The Reece Scane and the crew are definitely here to brighten up your evenings. Is that the same for you, Andy?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Do you know what else sounds about right around this time? Steve-O, I don't know why you're laughing, my friend. It's time. It's time. Here we go. It's time for round one of everyone's favourite quiz. This is the quiz on the Reece Scane Hour. 3 rounds. Okay, so the first round is generally a riddle round. So I am going to play. I'm not gonna play a riddle. Riddles aren't sung. I'm gonna say a riddle, and then and then we're gonna go into a song that Steve-O has chosen for you guys to listen to tonight on the Reece Scane Hour. 15 minutes in. Are you ready for the riddle?
Yep, bring it on.
Bring it on.
Okay. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? So, not yet. Not yet. You're too early. I appreciate your eagerness. I really do. Right, so Steve-O, you've gone for a song by Joy Division. Appropriately, what's the name of the title and why?
It's from my favorite album ever. It's called Closer. I think Joy Division is underrated, and people sometimes don't even know how much they influence so many bands. So yeah, the music itself. So and this song is amazing, and I think it's kind of what we all feel at the moment.
Sweet, cool. Would you like to, in your best radio voice, please?
This is Isolation from Joy Division.
Yes,
on the Reece Scane show.
Do you know what? It would actually help if my mic was on. Should we try that again?
Is my mic on?
Yeah, no, your mic is on. Mine wasn't. I was supposed to finish the sentence off. But so do that again. Let's try that take two. In your best radio voice, please, Steevo. Can you introduce your song, please?
Are you listening to Isolation from Joy Division?
Excellent. On the Reece Scane Hour. That was the brilliant Joy Division. Rather underrated, you said, Steevo. So can I ask what makes you think that way? Because the lead singer was very underrated.
Because a lot of people don't know about Joy Division, about the band itself. They don't know that after the death of the singer, they formed New Order. And they don't know that a lot of music and bands, starting from The Cure and a lot of bands like that, have been influenced, and the style of music has been influenced by this album and a lot of other songs from Joy Division.
Andy, do you know much about Joy Division?
Yeah, I know that probably their most iconic track, Love Never Tears Us Apart. Love Will Never Tears Us Apart, something like that. Yeah,
of course. There is a point on the line actually now. As a little bit of an extra to this quiz, I'm going to ask you very, very quickly, what band did Joy Division become?
New Order.
Yeah, well done. You've got a point on the board, which leads us very... Eh?
I just said.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he did mention it. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. So it's 1-1 at the moment. That was a little teaser quiz question. Yeah? But now it's time for the real thing.
Oh, dear.
You've had 3 minutes to figure out what the riddle is. So the riddle was, the more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? Bearing in mind you are equal at 1-1 following that little teaser question. The more you take, the more you leave behind. Steevo, what am I?
Can I answer?
Yeah, you can now. Time. Interesting. I'm going to keep this music playing because it's really cool. Andy, the more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I?
I was going to say Pride.
Great answer. But actually, they were both really good answers. But the actual answer of the more you take, the more you leave behind It's Footsteps.
She's
Right.
what?
Footsteps.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I tell you what, riddles get you every single time. Let's stop the quiz music for now. Because
Good
I'm you're going to be hearing a lot more of that later on. So at the moment it's 1-1, but none of you got that right, but some really, really good answers. So well done. We're coming up to halfway through the show, actually. That's gone really quick. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, I know. So, Andy,
Yes.
in terms of your part now, so we've had a song from Steevo, but you've not gone for Dreams by Gabrielle, but a different sort of style and a different tune entirely. So why did you choose Rise?
I guess I was listening to a lot of it, to the album, back when I was doing my GCSEs. And I know that a lot of this current generation are sort of struggling with what's going on out there in the world in trying to achieve their exams and that. So yeah, it just sort of brought me back to when I was sort of doing all of that. So that's why I chose Rise by Gabrielle.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad to say after Gabrielle Rise, normally on a record request show when we do it for Radio Show, well, it's usually a quiz, piece of music, then we reveal the answers. But not this week. Not today. We're going to do a live quiz. Are you happy? Stevo looks a bit concerned. I will explain all after this. Andy, in your best radio voice, you know what to do.
You're listening to Radio Cello, and this is Gabrielle.
Oh, it would have been Radio Chow if it was a Friday night. It's the Reece Scane hour.
Okay, well, it's the Reece Scane hour.
That's brilliant. Brilliant. It is the Reece Scane.
Yeah.
Exactly. It is the Reece Scane hour. It's Rise and Gabrielle. It's Gabrielle and Rise, actually, if I wanted to say it the right way around. Here we go.
I know that it's over, but I can't believe it. They say the time's a healer, yeah, and I'm better without you. It's gonna take time, I know, but I get over you. Look in my life, look in my heart. I have seen them fall apart. Now I'm ready to rise again. Just look at my hopes, look at my dreams. I'm building bridges from these things. Now I'm ready to rise again. Caught up in my thinking, yeah, like a prisoner in my mind. You pose so many questions, but the truth is hard to find. I better think twice, I know that I get over you. Look in my life, look in my heart. I have seen them fall apart. Now I'm ready to rise again. Just look at my hopes, look at my dreams. I'm building bridges from these things. Now I'm ready to rise again. Much time has passed between us. Do you still think of me at all? My world of broken promises. Look in my life, look in my heart. I have seen them fall apart, but now I'm ready to rise again. Just look at my hopes, look at my dreams. I'm building bridges from the seams. Now I'm ready to rise again. I'm gonna make it alright. Yes, I'm gonna rise, gonna make it alright. I'm gonna be who I wanna be, yeah, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna make it alright.
Gabrielle and Rise on the Reece Scane Hour, not Radio Chill Out. I knew one of my guests was going to slip up on it. It's a good test. It's a very good test.
Confusing though.
Right, are you are you ready to be amused even more? You know why, don't you?
Go on, then.
You know, you should know why by now.
Probably.
Okay, round 3 is a round we've never tried before, actually, but I'm not gonna say too much about that yet. It should be very entertaining at the very least. But round 2 is. Can any of you guys tell me what round 2 normally is?
Can't remember.
It's a quiz. We're gonna go back to school.
Oh dear.
Okay, I've got 10 algebra questions here. Okay, this is live, a live quiz. There's no, I'm going to ask you the questions, then we'll play a song, and then we'll get the answers. I want quick fire answers from you both, please. Please keep a check on your scores as well. It is currently 1-1. In fact, I have a piece of paper here, so I'm going to mark your scores down, and then every single question
Finally.
you get a point. What's that, Stevo?
Nothing.
Okay.
Someone's keeping track.
Someone is keeping track. Well, it's 1-1 at the moment. Are we ready?
Go on then.
Okay. What are the first 3 multiples of 15? 3, 5, 7 and a half. 5, 10, 15, 15, 30, 45, 30, 60, or 90. What are the first 3 multiples of 15?
30, 45, and what was it? 30?
Yeah, right. The first 3 multiples of 15. 3, 5, 7.5, 5, 10, 15, 15, 30, 45, 30, 60, 90.
30, 60, 90.
Andy?
I'm going to say 3, 5, and 7.5.
Nope, the first multiples of 15, the first 3 is 15, 30, and 45.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something you wanted to do.
No, you didn't. You said 30, 60, 90. Don't change your answer now, just because it's wrong. Don't change your answer. Okay. Question 2. The first 3 multiples of a number are 8, 16, and 24. What is the number? Is it 8, 16, 24, or 32? The first 3 multiples of this number are 8, 16, and 24. Is the number 8, 16, 24, or 32?
32.
I'm going to say 8.
Yes, 8. Well done. I don't know where you got 32 from, Steve-o. That's a bit off.
Action.
Well, Andy got it.
I think I now start getting the gist of this now.
Okay.
Closer to you than I am.
Okay, in fact, let's go for 5 questions, because we could be here all day. Right, question 3. Which of the following are common factors of 6, 12, 18, and 24? Is it 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 5, or 5 and 6?
What's the question?
Which of these is a common factor of the following numbers? Okay? 6, 12, 18 and 24? Is it 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 5, 5 and 6? A common factor are numbers you can multiply together to get another number. Okay? So, what do you think?
I'm going to say 2 and 3.
Okay. What about you, Stevo?
What are the answers?
2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 5, 5 and 6.
5 and 6.
Nope, it's 2 and 3 because both 2 and 3 will divide into all of the numbers 6, 12, 18 and 24. So, now you know your common factors properly. Question 4. Which of the following is a common factor of 15, 30, 45 and 60? 2, 3, 4 or 10?
What's the question?
Which of the following is a common factor of 15, 30, 45 and 60? 2, 3, 4 or 10?
3.
I'm going to say 3.
You both said 3?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct, yes. 5 and 3 can be divided into all the numbers given and the result is always a whole number. Okay. Question 5, and the last question of the maths round, because I think that's confused most of us. Which of these numbers is not a multiple of 3 and 4? 12, 36, 48 or 50?
50.
50.
That is correct. So, at the end of round 2, it is Andy 4, Stevo 3. However, there are still 30 more points to play for going into the final round. Stevo, you're 1 point in it, my friend. It's not all that bad. It's not all, I understand the connection.
Game, yeah.
I understand. It's anyone's game. You're still in this. There is still 30 points to play for. I'll tell you what, shall I have a piece of music?
Yes, please.
Excellent. This is the Electric Light Orchestra, of course. And this is All Over the World.
Everybody all around the world, gotta tell you
And that was the wonderful Electric Light Orchestra with All Over the World. Guys, are we ready for the final round?
Yes, we are.
You don't know what I got lined up for you yet?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, something new. We're going to have a sing-along.
Okay.
Okay, so the way it's going to work, I'm going to play the tune. Okay, a tune that I randomly picked for you. We're going to play up until the first verse, then the music will stop. Once the music stops, you then have to sing the first verse. If you correctly sing the first verse, you grab yourselves 30 points. So that's all to play for.
£30.
30 points, not pounds. Okay,
Automatically.
Excellent.
are we ready? So Andy,
Ready?
pass the baton or you go first, whatever you want.
I'm going to pass the baton.
Going to pass the baton to Steevo. Okay, Dr. Steevo Nuissier, are you ready for your karaoke classic? Like I say, you can only sing along once the music has stopped. Are you ready?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I will tell you when to go. Go.
Steve was ready down the street with a brain ball down alone. And no sound but the sound in his feet. Machine gun ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you satisfied?
Oh no.
No!
No, you've lost it. No. Are you ready? Are you satisfied? You got it up until that line. Unlucky. Andy, do you know the verse?
Street
Are
was
you
coming
ready?
down the street. Machine gun made a hover. Send a sound of sound speed. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you ready for the edge of steam? I know when the bullets rip. If it doesn't need, yeah, boom, boom, boom.
I think I got most of that.
Something like that.
Unlucky. Unlucky. Okay, Andy's still ahead. So Andy, if you're pretty much going to win whether you get this right or wrong. So just for actually, let's twist it up a little bit. If Steve-O knows the verse, if you fail to get the verse and Steve-O knows it, I'm going to pass it over to Steve-O. But this is only if you get it wrong. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. Go.
I get so down in something inside of me. I've been pulled out, and it's different where there's moments in this place I've been. But it's taking me all of me. Yeah. No matter what I do, no matter what, man, I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. I want you back for good.
Yes, good. Yes, the verse wasn't there, but you
the lyrics just type that song.
but you've got the you got the song. You both got the song. So I mean, at the end of the day, whilst the sing along was good, both of you didn't get the verses. So I'm afraid no points for that. However, the winner on the Reece Scane Hour is Andy. 4 points to 3. Well done, Andy. Congratulations. And I tell you what, guys, have you enjoyed being on the Reece Scane Hour? It's time to wrap up. Have you enjoyed being on the show?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been fun.
Yes, excellent. Steve, are you shaking your head? We're going to finish off tonight with Take That and Back for Good. Thank you for listening to the Reece Scane Hour. Thank you, guys.
Merci, au revoir.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Bye.
And good night.
I
I guess now it's time for me to give up. I feel it's time. Got a picture of you beside me. Got your lipstick mark still on your coffee cup. Oh yeah. Got a fist of pure emotion. Got a head of shattered dreams. Gotta leave it all behind now. Whatever I said, whatever I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. Want you back, want you back, want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, just tell me the song and I'll sing it. You'll be right and understood. Want you back, want you back, I want you back for good. Unaware but underlined, I figured out the story. No, it wasn't good. No, but in a corner of my mind, I celebrated glory. But that was not to be. In the twist of separation, you excelled at being free. Can't you find a little room inside for me? Whatever I said, whatever I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. Want you back, want you back. See, I want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, just tell me the song and I'll sing it. You'll be right and understood. Want you back, want you back. I want you back for good. And we'll be together. This time is forever. We'll be fighting and forever we will be. So complete in our love, we will never be uncovered again. Whatever I said, whatever I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. Want you back, want you back, want you back for good. Whatever I'm wrong, just tell me the song and I'll sing it. You'll be right and understood. Want you back, want you back. See, I want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, I'll tell you. I just want you back for good. Want you back, want you back, want you back. I want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, I'll tell you. I want you back, I want you back. You see, I want you back for good. Oh yeah. I guess now it's time that you came back for good.